May I ask you something?
Yes, but I'm unsure if I will know the answer.
What has brought you to this place? Are you here to reflect or move on? Many before you believe this is an act of confession.
I'm not sure what brought me here, but I know I'm not here to confess my sins.
A confession does not have to rely on sin. Instead, you may be here to confess something else. To fully understand, we must start at the beginning.
My first memory was the sound of water in my mother's eyes when she held me for the first time. She looked confused, and a sense of helplessness washed over my body. That memory stuck with me as I grew up, and I always felt as if I couldn't fit in. I stood out amongst my family, and I always felt a tension between me and my mother because of this.
A mother is the first person in our life that we associate with love and safety. What made you feel indifferent to this?
I don't believe that my mother was ready to become a mom. She was still young and had so much more life to experience. When I was born, she knew that the life that she had dreamed of was out of reach. She resented me for coming into her life at the wrong time.
So, your first memory of life was feeling as if you didn't belong.
Who are these people that sit at your table?
At the head of my table is my mother. In my early life, I can always remember her by the smell of tobacco. I would always hear my father tell her to stop smoking around me. To her right is my father. He was never around when I was growing up. My only memory of him was how his glasses would slide down his nose when he looked down upon me.
Your family dynamic has stuck with you throughout the course of your life. But Cleo, how did you fit into this?
I was always the outcast in my parents' arguments. Although they never seemed to have a loving relationship, I knew that they had a connection through their confusion and understanding that they made a mistake with me. Eventually, my father left my mother for another woman. I was 5 at the time, and it became evident that my mother blamed me for their separation.
Are you familiar with the tale of Medea from Greek mythology?
I don't believe I am.
Medea was a princess, the daughter of King Aeetes of Colchis. She was a sorceress who Aphrodite tricked into falling in love and used her powers to help Jason, leader of the Argonauts. She only agreed to help Jason obtain the Golden Fleece if he took her hand in marriage. Jason agreed, knowing that Medea and her powers would benefit him. Eventually, Medea had multiple children with Jason, but not long after, Jason left Medea to pursue Glauce, the daughter of King Creon. In an act of revenge, Medea murdered all of her children and Jason's new lover. We've talked about the prominent people in your life, but I'm more curious about you. Why have you chosen not to talk about your own role in each act of your life?
I'm only a witness to my own life. I've never been able to dictate the outcome of my past, and I've only been able to observe my life through the acts of others.
So every important decision in your life was made by someone else. You have no control over your past, present, or future.
The only thing I ever had control over was getting in that bathtub. Or at least I thought I had control over that.
Why have you decided to come back here?
Because Because I realize I have more control than I thought. As I stand above my own body, I've come to realize that this shouldn't be the end of my story.
The connection between the soul and the body is one that holds more power than we think. When the body and soul become separate, it allows us to reflect on everything we have hidden from.
Is it common for the soul to come this far and want to return back to the body?
Once we can identify the suppressed aspects of our past, it makes the journey into the future far more attainable.